He was reading. An MOT I got this morning. I got an MOT this morning. My blood pressure's fine because I'm taking my tablets and all that, so I'm being good. I'm drinking Fanta today. Let me get the chat up, guys. Let me get the chat up. Why is it? Why have it all of a sudden been? Oh, see this laptop. It's got a mind of its own. Poppy's rummaging about in her toy box. Be shame. There's my sound down. My sound's down. That's good. That's always good. There's my golfer girl. Good morning, golfer girl. I was away getting jagged this morning. I was away getting jagged. Phoenix, my beautiful Phoenix. Good morning. Randy, good morning to you. Good morning. I'll be a bit blurt. Hold on. Might be a bit oily. There we go. I was away to the nurse. Listen, I was venting. I was venting today at the nurse. Had a wee bit of a vent. Edge of ASMR. Good morning, Edge of ASMR. How are you? Hope you're doing good. Thank you for coming in, Edge of ASMR. Randy, did I say thank you? I hope I did. Marta, good morning to you. Hamburg, oh wow. See, you stay in beautiful places. I would love to visit one day. I'd love to listen to Poppy. She's over there playing with a wee toy. Sky. I hope I've not got any roll on my face. I was greedy there. I just had 2 rolls. I was starving. I was starving. I needed my rolls. I had rolls with lettuce, cucumber, and prawns. Green Rose, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, so look at my wee wound there. I got my blood taken. So listen, I had a wee vent. Ah, Edge face, man, you make my day just coming in, seeing your wee face. You make my day. There, Taylor. Look at that. Wasn't I a brave girl? I need a badge. Massa, good morning to you. Good morning. So I had a wee vent. Because know how that doctor remember I told him I was almost killing myself with the reflux, and he was going, shh, don't want to hear it, don't want to. I told on him. I did. I told on him. I told the nurse on him. And not only that, he stopped my blood. Remember, he stopped my blood pressure tablets without any warning whatsoever. He just stopped them. And when I went back, my blood pressure was going through the roof because I didn't have any I grassed on him. I hope she does say to him that I was in talking about him. I hope she does. Because I won't be going to him again. It'll be the lady doctor I go to. Does it, Green Rose? See, doesn't it? I've had that. I've had blood taken that many times. I'm used to it. Before, see, when you're getting chemo as well, before you get your chemo, like I used to get my chemo on the Thursday. So on the Tuesday, I always went and got my blood work taken. So, I mean, in fact, see that vein in my hand is dead. That one's dead. They killed that vein with the chemo. That vein's no good there. That vein's all right. But do you know, I had a wee rant. I said to her, I said, I'm sorry about coming in here and ranting to you, but I felt the need. She asked me how I was, so she opened the floodgates. I think the therapist is doing great work because I was like, how are you? And I just told her how I was. This is how I'm doing. I'm not happy with that doctor at all. I don't like him. But I was away with my new bag. Look, I still can't believe I got this for a £5. Look, it's so pretty. I was wearing my new bag today, so I was. Oh, and I've got a terrible thing happening on the 3rd. I've got a smear test to get on the 3rd. Do you know what they've done? I swear to God, remember I was saying to you, yeah, I'm all right with needles now. I just don't look at them. Do you know what they've done? Remember I said the last time, I said they should have a nice wee picture or something on the ceiling so that you could look at it like a beach. That's exactly what they've got. I says, they're all going, I says, I was just talking about that, having a wee poster on the roof so that when you're getting that done, you can take your mind away to something, a nice beach or something like that while it's all happening. Golfer girl, I think the therapist has gave me a pair of balls. Actually, I think I'm growing a set. I think I'm growing a set of balls. Because I was like, sorry to vent, but this is ridiculous and all that. You know, he just stopped my blood pressure tablets and everything, and telling me to shush when I'm telling them I almost died. Now, I think, see if you go into a doctor's and say that you almost died, I think the doctor should probably listen to you. Steph, good morning to you. Good morning. Thank you for coming in. Elisa, did I say good morning to you? I hope I did. Good morning. Good morning. I love that wee parrot emoji. That's so cute. That's a cute wee thing. Do you know, oh, one of my favourite wee videos to watch. See if you're feeling sad. And it's a wee parrot, right? It's a wee parrot. And it slaps its feet down like that. It walks about and just slaps its feet down really, really hard like that. And it knows it's doing it. And it's hilarious. It knows it's doing that. And it just walks about slapping its feet. It's so cute. I love that. So how are you all doing anyway this Thursday? Look, if I had to close the blinds because it's blinding sunshine out there, I can smell spring. Golfer girl, he was like, shh, don't want to hear it, I don't want to hear it, I don't want to hear it, he was saying to me. Now, see, if I would have come home and then died, do you know, I think my family could get a wee claim going there. I think a wee lawsuit could have been had. Me going to a doctor's and saying I almost died a few times, I said to him, and he shushed me. He shushed me. But here, listen, I had a dentist that slapped my head. I swear to God, this is absolutely, my kids like, he slapped my head. Sky, see, the doctors, why are the doctors? I know, I can smell spring though, I can smell spring in the air. So I don't know what's going on, and we've not had much snow, which is disappointing. I was in this is absolutely true again, I was in this dentist, right? And he was pulling a tooth, but the tooth had an abscess, right? And he kept putting in the Novocaine. He was putting in, he gave it quite a lot of Novocaine, but every time he was pulling it, it was absolute agony. And I was going, like that. And he says, I've gave you enough Novocaine to down a rhino. He said to me, right? He said that to me. And I was like, oh God, I'm going to need to just let him do this. So it was like medieval times. I felt a bit medieval times. So I just gripped the chair and I told him, right, on you go, do it. And the pain was terrible. And eventually he got it out. And I was like, oh, thank God it's out. And he came over and he done that to my head. And he went, it's all in your head. I was raging. I was about ready to grab the drill and go tonto on the guy. I was ready to start drilling. I was ready to go medieval times. That's what I was ready to do. I'm sitting there, I've got the cotton wool like that, hanging out my mouth, and I was like this. I was raging. Slapped my head. That was the last. I moved dentist after that. It slapped me in the head. Like that. Oh, see, this was back in the day where I wouldn't have said anything. See, if it would have been now, I would have slapped him back. Here, don't slap me, or I'll slap you back. So I've not had good experience with medical people. But my therapist has helped me because today I was like venting it all out. See him, by the way. I was telling on him. I'm telling on you. I told the nurse on him. Oh, God, I'm glad that you've got good doctors because it's terrible when you've got doctors like that just... He's the same doctor that when Amanda phoned up, her blood pressure was through the roof, pregnant lady, and you know, at the end of her pregnancy, and you can get that thing called preeclampsia, and it's all to do with blood pressure, and the baby can die and the mother can die. It's a very, very serious thing. And Amanda phoned up, he phoned her back at 8:30 in the morning and he told her, just wait till your midwife comes in and phone her at 10 o'clock. See if anything would have happened to Amanda, I'd tell you, I'd be going to the papers. I'd be going to Sky News and stuff like that. That's what I'd be doing. Who does that? He's no, like, I've no faith in the man at all. I've no faith in him. And I used to have a really, really good doctor. A really lovely doctor I used to have. But now we've got this guy. I'm not happy with him. I'm letting it known as well. I'm not happy with you. See if he phones me, I'll just say him what you want me to say. I'm not happy with you. That's you going to change my mind? Yeah, Green Rose, I think some of the doctors are getting their PhDs out of lucky bags. That's what I'm thinking, out of lucky bags or something like that. They're getting it because, well, I mean, they've got to have bedside manner with patients. Patients go in and they're not well, right? Nobody goes to the doctor feeling absolutely fabulous. You know, you don't go to the doctor feeling great. When you go to the doctor, you're feeling bad. You're no right. You're feeling ill. There's something wrong with you, and you're looking for these people to help you and to get a-holes that say, I don't want to know that you're almost dead. I don't want to hear it that you almost died. I tell you. Age of age, I know this is what I'm thinking. Do you know, maybe it's because I'm 50 now. Maybe it's, as I say, I think I'm growing a wee set of balls. See if you see me fiddling about here, you know what I'll be doing. I've always wanted that, to have a wee shot, you know, for a day, just to see how it would go. Why? What would happen? You know, I'd be like, oh. Anyway. Terrible. So anyway, I grassed on him today. He got grassed on. See if he did, I never saw him, but see if he came out, I was going to give him the stare like that, like, you bad doctor, you're a bad doctor. I would be edgy for it. My hand would be down there all day long. I'd be having a right wee fiddle about. You know, I mean, just for a day, just to try it, just to have a wee try. I would like that. I'd like it if you could do that for a wee try. What did my Phoenix say? Yeah, Phoenix, I'm exactly the same. See, look. Right, it's the bin name. Poppy! Poppy! Big Brother's going to be going to... Right, guys! This is what they do. They go crazy. Right! For goodness sake, I can't hear myself think. Yeah, a few years ago, that's how I would have said nothing. I'd have just been sitting like a wee quiet mouse like that. Getting my head slapped off the dentist and stuff like that, just taking it. But see, now that I'm 50, I'm like, no, I'm not having this. Maybe it's you make a YouTube channel. Maybe that's what's done it to me. Because I'm like, no, I'm not having this. You will hear what I'm saying. Don't know who I've turned into. I know golfer girl, and see that the time that I had been in, my leg was really, really painful, right, really bad. So I had been in my wheelchair because the leg was just, see when my leg goes bad, it's the bone in the leg, and it feels like a metal poker, you know, out of a fire. That's the way it feels, like it burns inside my leg. And when I put weight on it, it's so painful. So that's why I've got the wheelchair for days like that. So I was actually in the wheelchair, feeling vulnerable as it is, and he was nasty to me. I know, Edge of it. This is what happens when you have a YouTube. Remember, I was a wee quiet, shy thing when I first started YouTube. Then look what's happened. YouTube's opened my eyes to all sorts of stuff. Do you know, even when I was talking to the police, and they were talking about, like, does people know your name and stuff like that? I said, oh, aye. I said, see, when I started my YouTube channel, I says, I just had all my details out there, you know, like who I am and stuff like that. Because back in the days, YouTube wasn't like it is now. You know, YouTube, I don't know what's happened to it. YouTube wasn't like now, you know, there wasn't mad stalkers and stuff like that and trolls. God, Peter was with me that day. Peter was absolute. Now, I don't really hear my son swearing, right, because he's very respectful that way. He doesn't really swear in front of me. But when we came out that day, he called the guy a sweary word. So he had a few sweary words actually, he said, because he felt like you doing that disrespecting my mum. My mum's sitting there, no well, telling you that she's almost dying, and you're doing that to her. So it just shows you that's why I don't like this guy. I'm sorry, I don't trust him. I do not trust him. I wouldn't listen. See if I've got to go to the doctors again. I'll be making sure. Don't give me him. I don't like him. He's no, and he stopped somebody's blood pressure tablets without even letting them know. See who does that? What kind of doctor does that? Without a word of warning. I was like, what the hell? Where's my blood pressure tablets? Right. So I thought maybe the chemist had messed it up. And then the next time I had went to get it and they weren't there. And I phoned and he said, oh, you better come in. And when I went in, my blood pressure was through the roof. And he said to me, that might be because I've stopped your tablets, or it could be the way I treated you when you first came in, or talked to you when you... I think it's both actually, doctor. I think it's the way you talked to me as well, and that you took the tablets off me. As I said, I'm not taking tablets out. No, MD want a wee blood pressure tablet here. £5. MD want a wee blood pressure tablet for the weekend. You know, nobody wants a blood pressure tablet unless they bloody need it. What's going on? So anyway, I feel good because I had a good wee rant. I had a good wee rant, so I did. I was like, sorry to rant to you, but I don't know, I just felt the need to tell this woman. Well, she was taking my blood and stuff like that. Sam, good morning. Yeah, so I got my blood taken, and she was like telling me to blow into one of the peak flow things. I had to do that as well. Phoenix, I know. We'll just go Tonto on the guy. Just go Tonto. I know, edge of face, but do you think it here? You want a wee blood pressure tablet? Which strength do you want? Which strength? Here I've got the good ones. Here I've got the 5 milligram and the 2. What the hell? You know, I'm not selling them in the street. I'm taking them because my blood pressure's high, you idiot. So anyway. So I had a rant. I just ranted to this poor lady this morning. I just a rant here. So anyway. I did say, I'm sorry I've ranted, but I don't know why, I just had to get all that off my chest this morning, and it feels good. It's therapy. Therapy's letting me just speak your mind, Linda, just speak your mind. See him, I don't like him at all, actually, I really don't. Maybe my age as well, I'm not caring anymore, I'm like, so what? I don't like you want to change my mind or something? See in Glasgow, if you give it all that in the neck, that's fighting talk. You know what I mean? If you're like that, hear you like that with your neck, that's fighting. I should get ready for a square go. I know, Sky, we should all go. That's what we're doing this weekend. We're all going to this guy's house. Yeah, I'm fully jabbed. I've had my 2 jags and my booster. I've had my flu jag as well. And I got blood taken. So I don't even know what the blood's taken for. I don't know what they want to look at. My God, Elisa, see, people would buy stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? People. Listen, I don't know what they take these days. See, back in my day, it was only like weed, how can I say it? Charlie, that's what they call it, isn't it? They call it Charlie, don't they? That. And they had Bobby Brown, which nobody talked. Bobby Brown was the intravenous stuff that's nasty. That's the only kind of things that they had. Oh, they used to have acid, didn't they? They used to have that. and the dancing one, what's that, ecstasy. That was about it. Do you know what I mean? But see, now they've got all these different tablets. I wouldn't. And anyway, I've always said I would never take any kind of hallucinogenic thing, because I'd take a bad. I know it. I'd be the one that was on top of the going, look at me, I can fly. I'd be that person. So I've never touched anything hallucinogenic at all. Too frightened to, you know what I mean? I know. I look the man. See you, by the way. You're bang out of order. Start caring about your patients. Yes, I know someone that's had all their vaccinations and has it as well. But the only thing is, it could have been a really bad dose. So I think maybe with the vaccine, you're not getting the dreaded Lergy as bad as what you would have, because I can always remember the poor people in Italy. Remember, I was saying to you, and they had some of the patients face down, and it was just like phlegm, just phlegm, loads and loads of phlegm coming out of their mouth for their lungs. Their lungs were absolutely full. So I still think about all that. So if you've had your jags and you get it, I don't think you get it as bad as if you hadn't got your jag. I'm just doing what they tell you. And anyway, I don't think you're going to be able here. Did you hear about Djokovic? Was it Djokovic his name? Aye, Novak Djokovic. Yeah. He's one spoilt wee guy, isn't he? He's one spoilt wee guy, right? He's had everything handed to him in a silver spoon. His Djokovic, right? And he goes to Australia without his jags, and Australia says, you're not getting in. And he's like, do you know who I am? And they're going, but we don't really care who you are. You're not getting in unless you get a jag, right? Sent him away. Sky, guess what? La France. The French have also said to him, look, you're not getting into France either, pal. unless you get your jag. You're not getting into France either for the French Open. You're not getting in. So he'll be away throwing his dummy out the pram and stuff like that. He'll be away, he'll be away raging. Because I think this guy's always had everything. In fact, I remember one time at Wimbledon, something that annoyed him anyways. He was annoyed with something. And he threw his racket down on the ground. His racket bounced and hit one of the poor ball people or something like that in the head, like that. They were down. Spoiled brat. Yeah, see, some of them that a golfer, like, you could be positive and not have any symptoms. Yeah, at least, so Australia said no, away you go. We were all having a good laugh up here in Scotland. We were having a wee laugh about it, right? Because we don't see spoiled people like that. Now, look at Elon Musk's got a lot of cash, right? But he doesn't seem to be a spoiled brat. He seems to be a kind of down-to-earth guy. Do you know what I mean? You could talk to Elon. I don't think Djokovic... In fact, see, when he was getting told to go home, there was some fans that had been standing waiting to get a glimpse of him for hours and hours, made placards and everything, and he just walked by them. Just straight by them like that. These poor people had been standing for hours to get a wee thing of them. Yeah, that's right. The woman was like that when she... choking with him. He's a spoiled brat. I'm sorry. In my opinion, he's a spoiled brat. And then he thought he could go to the French home. I was like, wait till I congratulate Sky, because the French have said, you're not getting in here either, pal. You're not getting in. Get your jags. So he'll be fuming. He'll be like, how can tennis survive without me? Do you know who I like watching though? What's his name? Oh, Nadal's got a terrible OCD into it. It's OCD he's got, and he's got to do rituals. He's got to do rituals before he bats the ball. So he touches his nose and pulls his ear and stuff like that, and wipes his eyebrow and pulls his ear and stuff like that. And then he picks his ass. He picks the pants out the crack of his ass. I don't know why. Right, that's a badging. That's a badging. So he's got to do all that. He's got to do that before he. No, that's a wee shame. That's torture. That man's in torture right there. You know what I mean? To think that he's going to do all the rituals, he needs help, the poor man. But I'm fascinated just watching him doing it. I'm thinking the ass picking one's pretty bad. You know what I mean? I'd maybe keep that ritual for indoors in my own house, you know, if I needed to do a bit of ass picking. But he's quite comfortable doing it in centre court. Oh, I'll need to have a look at it. See, I'm fascinated with him. Because even like now, I've got a bit of this right. When he puts his bottle down, he's got to have the label a certain way facing the court. See, when I bring home my drinks and put them on my table, I can't have them like that. I've got to have them like that. And see, packets of crisps. I cannot. Well, have I got a packet? No, I can't open a packet of crisps upside down. I don't know why. This is my wee rituals, but he's got loads that he's got to do. Oh, he has that. He is handsome, isn't he? Yes, hopefully, Sky, this one's going to be negative. This one's going to be negative. Green Rose, he isn't. This is it. I like to watch. I'm a watcher. I like to watch him. Do you know, see, back in my day at Wimbledon, it was, Beyond Borg. Can you remember Beyond Borg? And you cannot be serious. Him. The ball was in. Oh God, I forgot his name. What's his bloody name? It's no Jimmy Connors, but he was another one that was good. Oh, you cannot be serious. But he was great. He was nearly like a spoiled brat. John McEnroe, yeah. They were the tennis matches that I used to love, and it was like old wooden tennis rackets. Do you know what I mean? Seeing you look at it now, you're like, God, that's a long time ago. But I used to love them, and we all loved John McEnroe as well because he's going to kick off. He's going to kick off here. You know, he was funny when he kicked off, but this other guy, he's just a spoiled brat. He's just John McEnroe. You got a good bloody laugh with him. We had a good laugh with him. He was great. And Martina Navratilova. Oh, I liked her as well. I was like, I thought she was nice. And Chrissy something. Oh God, see, I'm going back years and years. But it used to be really, really good. And then we've got Andy Murray, our Andy Murray that comes from Scotland. I don't know if you know the story about Andy Murray, but I'll tell you it anyway. Years and years ago, I'm trying to think, was Amanda even born? I think Amanda was just a wee baby. And there was a school up in Dunblane. That's where Andy Murray comes from. He comes from a wee town called Dunblane, right? It's just a wee village. Do you know what I mean? It's just a wee. There's no that many people. It's not like Glasgow. It's just a nice wee village and stuff like that. And there was this crazy dude, and he got fed up with some of the locals. I don't know what had happened. He was like a scout leader or something like that, right? But he got fed up with a lot of the locals, and what he done was, this was when people had handguns, right? I don't know what for, target practice, something. Anyway, he went into this school, and it was wee primary ones that were in the gymnasium, and they were doing, gym stuff, and he opened fire, and it was absolute, and then he shot himself after he had done that. And Andy Murray, that was his class. I think he was actually off that day or something. He was off that day. But that was like his classmates and things like that. And it was just, this was when schools were open as well. See, after that, every school you see, including the one that's over there, we've got big like metal gates right round the schools, because people just used to be able to walk into school, and that's what this guy did. And it was the most horrific time. And Andy Murray still thinks about that to this day. He still thinks and talks about that. So we all love our Andy Murray. We're very protective of him. And By that, the thing that's been the banned handguns. You weren't allowed handguns for anything. Um, but I can't remember how he had the guns for some reason. I can't remember what. I can't remember. It was in some club or anything, or firearm club or something like that, and that's why he had this. But it was wee primary ones, so that's like kids like 5 year old, wee 5 year olds, and stuff like that. And some of the teachers as well get killed. They were trying to protect the babies, you know. So that's where Andy Murray comes from, and he talks about that story. He was off that day or something, but that was his wee class that happened to. So see, when we see Andy, we're like, come on, Andy, come on. You can do it. And see, when he won Wimbledon, it was like we couldn't get over it. We were like, Mike, I can't believe he won Wimbledon. But he had won a gold medal before that in the Olympics. Talking about the Olympics, guess what? It's nearly Groundhog Day, everyone. That's one of my most favourite USA holidays is I don't know if it's a holiday, but Groundhog Day. I will be glued to it because we never had it last year. And I watch it online every year, Groundhog Day. I love the whole build. They've got a wee show kind of thing, the whole build up to Groundhog from Gobbler's Knob. I just like saying that, Gobbler's Knob, right? And we should have a Groundhog Day or something. We should be, I keep saying a Badger Day or something. We should grab a badger out its den and see if it can see its shadow. I would take the kids to it. But everybody has a right good time at the Groundhog Day. And it's the Pennsylvania polka. Dee, 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 dee. Oh, I love it. So that's the 2nd of February, right? And then we've got the Winter Olympics. The big telly will be on. The only time that telly is ever on is like football, like the European or the World Cup, the Olympics, and sometimes Wimbledon. I'll have the big telly on. So the big telly will be on because I'll be glued to it watching them going down skiing and stuff like that. I love all that. I love the Olympics. And then after it will be the Paralympics, which I also watch because these people give me, I don't know, inspiration, is that the word? I look at them and think, my God, sometimes I sit and moan about myself and look at these people and the absolutely fantastic achievements they can do. So I love to watch the Paralympics also. So, Sam, are you going? Who's going? Someone's going. Oh, Edge of ASMR, have a lovely day. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. So it's all go. And then there'll be a grandchild that can't stay in there forever. It can't stay in her belly forever. Get the grandchild out, Amanda. You're not trying. Push it. Come on. I'm getting fed up now. Push the baby out. We want this child. And every time I'm up the swimming, they're going, any work yet, Linda? And I'm going, no, not yet. No, nothing. And even this morning, I went to Asda, right, to get some shopping. Sweet Primrose, good morning. Thank you so much for coming in. This morning, I went to Asda. I tell everybody about it. I'm just, how are you doing? I like to talk to people, you know, how are you doing and all that. He's having a nice wee up to the night, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I'm waiting on a grandchild at the moment. I talk up and she's, have you got any more? I go, no, this is going to be the first one. But, you know, I'll be like, after the first one, I'll be like, Amanda, I think you need to get another one. I think we need 2. We need 2 grandchilds. So, I got some nice food. So I did. I got pork. It's not pork chops. It's like pork loins. So it's not on the bone. So I'm going to have them tonight with a salad and some chips. It's going to be wonderful. And I've got some nice salad dressing. So that's going to be wonderful tonight. And then I've got Sweet Primrose. I've been watching it in my bed. I can't get over this guy. What he's done to his parents. I cannot get over what he's done to his parents, this maniac. Yes, Jamie Bulger, his name was Sam, yeah. That was in Liverpool. And nobody ever thought, I mean, we always told our kids, watch out for bad men and ladies, do you know what I mean? But nobody ever said, watch out for bad children. See, after that, we all had our kids on like the leash. We all had our kids on that because you know what they're like. You take your eyes off a kid and you look and they're gone. Um, Jamie Bulger was even now that's horrendous and engraved in our memories forever because when he was just missing and if we've seen the CCT footage of him getting led away with these boys. And you know the thing is that really really gets to me is right. The boys were like 10 and stuff like that, but it wasn't like punishment. It wasn't like a punishment that they got. They should have been punished for what they done. They went to a wee place and they had like an Xbox and they had anything they wanted, their TV, video games, they did all that kind of stuff. They were allowed out. It showed you that they were allowed out. They were taking them out for a wee day trip and stuff like that. That's no punishment. See, if I was Jamie Bulger's mum, I'd be raging. I'd be raging. She probably is. She's probably raging at that. I don't think they were punished enough. And then later on, when they get released, one of them found some CP, let's just say that, on his computer. I don't even like saying the word, so I'll just say CP. They found on this guy's computer that had done that to Jamie Bulger. Shouldn't be out. And no. Oh, sweet primrose. Don't let that taint your birthday. You make your birthday special. He's a whole other kind of crazy him into Chandler. I mean, my God, that's what. Listen, overkill. That's what. See, when I seen all that, overkill is what they done. I keep thinking about, right, okay, he murdered his parents. You think he would just, I don't know, I don't know what people would do with dead bodies, right? Let me say, but you would think they would put it in a river or something like that. This guy was like, measuring mum and dad and chopping them up and stuff like that. And the blades, there wasn't a tool in that house he never used in the poor mum and dad. God rest their soul. And they spent their life bringing this boy up. He wanted for nothing. He stayed in a beautiful, beautiful house. You know, he had a good life. His mum and dad had a good life. You know, he was an accountant. The dad was an accountant and stuff like that. They had a wee cabin up north, wherever that is. That sounds magical to me. Do you know what I mean? Sam, it's a trial that's on just now. We're almost at the end of the prosecution. It's about a boy that for the past 3 years or something, he said to his parents, right, he said, I'm doing great in university and all that. I'm doing all these courses and stuff like that. He got a hot girlfriend and he was like, you know what? I teach the police how to scuba dive. That's what I do. I teach the police how to go scuba diving and all that, right? So, oh, that's good. And then he said, you know what? Right, this is when I perked up. He said, you know what? He says, guess who's wanting me to work for them? SpaceX. I'm going to get a job with SpaceX. Right? I'm like, Elon Musk, SpaceX, what's going on here? What's happening here, right? Yes, I did, Primrose. That was so sad. That was so sad seeing that. Mum, can you bring me some juice home? Yes, I'll bring you juice home. Right, so he made up all these wild lies, right? None of that was true. He didn't have a job at SpaceX. He didn't teach the police how to scuba dive. In fact, they showed you every exam that he took failed or withdrew himself from the course completely, right? So for the past 3 years, all he's been doing is sitting in his house playing video games with people over in Germany. That's what he was doing, just playing video games and stuff like that. So it ended up his dad's on him, right, eventually. This after 3 years, his dad's on him. His dad phones up the university and says, like, here, where's my certificates and stuff like that? And they were like, you never passed anything. And he was going, is this teacher there? And he's going, no, there's nobody there by that name. What about this teacher? No, nobody there by that name. Because he'd made up all these people. God knows how he managed to keep a tab on all these people that he had made up. He'd made up all these folk. So anyway, the dad was on him and sent him a text saying, we need to talk. I've been on the phone to the university. I think that was his dad's last text. We do know that he shot his dad in the back. And God knows what happened to the poor mum. You're just hoping that he did also shoot the mum, because then he dismembered them horrifically. And the very first day of the trial, they actually showed you poor dad's torso. So anyway, prosecution's just about ending in this. I'm thinking the defence. I don't know what the defence is going to be. I don't even know if they're going to even have any defence. See, but opening arguments, I was already like that. The guy's guilty. The guy's guilty. He did 4th of July, right? It was coming up to the 4th of July, so it's pretty hot. He had the fireplace on full blown because he was cremating the mother and father. Who does that to their own? Who does that to any human being? Never mind your own parents. But listen, see if I was his girlfriend, I'd be like, dodged a bullet, because if he can do that to his parents, he could do that to anybody. Oh, Sam, that's ridiculous. That is why, even see if I have my flavouring on a Saturday, I won't drive on the Sunday at all, because one, I would hate to think that I was over the limit. I would hate to think that I would be over the. That's how much I do not thingy drink and drive. I don't understand how people can do that. Get in the, because a car is a deadly weapon, right? It's a car, but it's a deadly weapon. A car, right? And a lot of times you're flavoured out. You're not. You think, no, I'm fine, and you're not fine at all. You're absolutely hammered. They've no case at all. The only thing I'm thinking, I don't even know if they would do this, right? But he came home one day and poor mum and dad were already gone. Someone had come in and done this to the mum and dad, and he panicked and got rid of the bodies. That's the only thing I'm thinking that they can say. What else can they say? He was seen coming out the woods. He made a backpack out of dad's torso. A backpack. Oh. Yeah, they should be banned. I don't know if they're banned for life, drink drivers, but they should be. They should be never allowed to operate a car again. But I wouldn't even. Look, there's taxis. There's no need for it. See if on a Sunday, right? If I woke up on a Sunday and by God there was a Asda emergency, I was needing to go to Asda for something. Do you know what I would do? I'd phone a taxi and say, "Going to take me Asda," and then I'd get a taxi back. I would not drive my car. My car's very important to me as well. See, my car gives me the freedom to be able to go up my swimming and stuff like that, right? Plus, I would kill myself if I actually was driving and knocked someone down. You know what I mean? That would be, my life would be overall, so I couldn't live with myself after that. Sweet Primrose, can you remember the defence's opening argument? Right, I can't get over this, right? She said, now, I want you to think about this. She said, think about the things you can see, but I want you to think about, what about the things you can't? What about the things you can't see? I mean, you're going to see a lot in the trial, you're going to see a lot, but I'd like you to concentrate on the things you can't see. Right, I'm thinking, well, we can't see Jason Momoa there, can we? We can't see Jason Momoa. We can't see a lot. We can't see a mermaid or Peter Pan. We can't see. There's a lot of stuff we can't see, but that's what That's what the defence told us today. Concentrate on the stuff you can't see. Right? There's an awful lot we can't see, really, isn't there? There's a lot of the Queen of England. She's not there, is she? Can't see that. Oh, Sam, I understand completely. And listen, see if you ever need me, get me on Facebook. Um, get me on Facebook. And as I say, when people talk to me on Facebook, it's a private conversation. I'd never blast your information or that. Even if you fell out with me, I still wouldn't do it. That's just how I am. Ella, good morning to you. Good morning, Ella. Think about the stuff you can't see. I was like, well, we can't see Jason Momoa naked. I'd like to see that, but we didn't see that either, did we? At the trial, there's a lot of stuff. We can't see Elon Musk and his SpaceX. I was hoping they were going to get Elon Musk in to testify. I was like, oh, bring Elon Musk. Has this man ever worked for you? No, he's not. Just bring Elon Musk. It'd make it a lot better. Yes, let's go back on our cruise. Oh, do you know, Heather and Marshall, my beautiful ladies in Vegas, I don't know if they're getting their cruise They were meant to be going on a cruise. They like going on a cruise. I hope they have got a cruise. See the trolls is Sweet Primrose. Have you seen the trolls in the side chat? Right, some I try and ignore the trolls. I try and ignore them, but sometimes you get sucked. Sometimes you get sucked in. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you get sucked in. Sky's finger. Sky's finger. Uh, yes, I want a new tattoo. Do you know, I was talking to the lady this morning. Do you know what she said to me? I talk to everybody, but I'm packing my bags and all that, you know, and she went, is it you, she says, that went out with the tattoo artist, right? And I was like, no, she says, is the tattoo artist your boyfriend, right? And I'm thinking, I've not got a boyfriend, but I was like, no, I says, no. She says, did you used to go with a tattoo artist? And I was like, no. I says, she says, whereabouts did you get your tattoos? And I told her, and she went, oh, I don't think that's that. But he used to come in here all the time. And I was thinking, see if he comes back, going to give him my phone number. I'm planning on getting a lot of work done. Do you know what I mean? It'd be free work. I want my NASA meatball. That's what I want. My NASA meatball and my wee elephants. I still think I might get the wee elephants going down my leg, and then I can add. See, I've got a wee gecko on my leg. I've got a wee gecko. I actually need to shave my legs. I want to have it somewhere that I can see it anyway. But me, Sophie, and Amanda were all going to be getting it. Sweet my beautiful There's my Good morning, get your finger ready because the trolls are about. Watch out, the trolls are about. Do 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 do. Watch out, the trolls are about. You better watch out, cause all the trolls are about. That used to be. Watch out, Beadle's about. Beadle. It used to have a hidden camera show. Right, where he would be hiding and stuff like that, and then they pranks on folk. That was that wee tune. It's all go here. it's all go. Pew, 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 pew. Just shows you, obviously the highlights of said person's life. Highlight of their day is when I'm on here. I was a wee getting blood taken. Look, I've got a boo-boo. Oh. I was getting an MOT today. I was getting fully checked by the nurse. And I was just venting, so I was like, just see that doctor, by the way, I don't like him. I was just doing it. I was just grassing on it. I don't like that doctor, actually. I know him. I've got blood taken. No, blood doesn't bother me getting. As long as I don't look, I can't look. It still creeps me out a bit. Oh my God, Sky, be very, very careful. Very careful. Because my son was talking about that. I think something like that happened in Glasgow as well. Quaver Flavour, good morning. Thank you for coming in. I think that happened in Glasgow as well, in one of the nightclubs, that a girl got injected. But I don't know where it is the day. I'm an old person. I don't know what they give, but it's a terrifying thought that people can't just go out and have a night out. Do you know what I mean? Without worrying. I always said to my girls, never leave a drink. Never leave a drink. And when you're sitting with, make sure you're holding it and stuff like that. Because I don't understand why MD would want to have romantic with somebody that's unconscious. Personally, that would creep me out. Do you know what I mean? I prefer my people to be awake when we're doing stuff. No unconscious. What the hell's going on there? See, I always thought I knew everything until I had a YouTube channel and there, stuff. Ooh, Sweet Primrose. I might just watch that. See, I'm glued to the trial now. I'm glued to the trial. I think the jury will be about 3 hours. I think the jury will be about 3 hours. But I'm looking forward to hearing what the defence has to say. My mum and dad are also watching it. This is it. I watch all the trials. I like to watch all the trials because I'm dead nosy, you see. I'm dead nosy. I know Sky, but I'm frightened now. Be very aware. It's terrible that you just can't go out and have a good time anymore, isn't it? See, just on a street, this is the sick folk. Just, oh, hope you feel better soon. Well, I don't know what the blood was for. Well, if there's anything wrong with me, I'm sure they'll let me know. Good, Sky, good, good. Oh, do you know, I've got a feeling we're all going to get it. I think we're all going to get the dreaded Lairgate at some point. But I do think if you've had your jags, you're not going to take it as bad as what you would have without any protection. I don't even know if you can catch it again. Can you catch it twice? I'm not sure. I suppose you could because now they've got the new variant, haven't they? So I'm oh, I don't know. Listen, I just do what they're telling me to do. I'm a good girl. Sometimes. Sometimes I'm a bad girl. I know. It's the same here. It's the same here. Look, I know someone that's got it very close to home that's got it, and they've had all their injections. So I know. I hope you have a lovely date, Sky. I hope it goes really, really well for you. I hope there's romance. That's what you deserve. You deserve some lovely romance. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a bit of romance myself. I wouldn't mind a wee bit of romance at my age. Sam, I feel as if I've been living in a bubble for a long time. You know what I mean? Well, saying that, I do go to my swimming every morning. That gets me out. I enjoy that. It's just the usual people, you know, we say good morning and I go in and I do my lens and then have my wee jacuzzi and my shower and stuff like that. But as contact with people, it's just saying good morning and stuff like that, you know, and um, yeah, you need to let us know how it all goes, Sky, because we're all nosy. we're all like your nosy aunt here in the chat. We're all want to know how it goes. You know me, if I go on a date, I tell yous about it. Yous know. Celia, good morning. Did I say good morning to you, my sweet Celia? Good morning. How are you? And he's got 2 vaccinated, yeah. How are you, Celia? How's the family, Celia? Hope you're all doing good. She's not. I've not seen Naked Lady. I've not seen her. Maybe she's just gave up and she wants to take her nakedness somewhere else, or maybe she's at a different. She's going up at a different time for me. See, I'm up. I'm up first thing. I'm up at, 6 o'clock. Well, I leave here at 6:15 in the morning, so I'm up really, really early. So maybe she's up a bit later. But I've not. Happily, I've not seen her. That was traumatic that day. I was like, God almighty, got to talk. Got to put your drawers on before you talk to me. Do you know what I mean? Don't be standing there fully nude, just blathering away to me. It's not. Like we're not on a beach somewhere. We're not on a nudist beach or anything like that. You know, this is. We try. I mean, we get dressed, but we've always got our towel. You know, we're always got our towel and we put our clothes on like that. You know, with the towel in front of us and things like this. Right, we don't just like blare it all out. Listen, I would love to be like that though. She was completely fine with her whole body. She was obviously proud of what God gave her. You know, she was proud of it, and I'd like to be like that, but I'm just not. But she was, and she was hanging. She was hit. There's like a pillar hanging. She was hanging on to it like that, you know, like talking to me. Yes, Guy, almost everything. uh, yes, but I wish I could get a wee bit of Love Sam as well. I wish maybe this year, maybe this year. Oh, I see. I know, Celia. This is it, and this is why I get annoyed with the whole Parliament parties. When people can't go to their loved ones' funerals and stuff like that. Hold on a minute, I'll open the door for the dogs. Or they're going to annoy me. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Right out. They're way to cause mayhem in the neighbourhood. That's where they're way to. They're way to cause havoc. Yeah, people aren't allowed to go to the funerals and stuff like that or visit loved ones in the hospital. But old Boris and his gang are having. No, they're saying this was a works do, right? I don't know about you, this doesn't sound like a works do. The first time they were having quizzes. There was like drinking involved, and there was quizzes going on. I know Sam. Em sent me something on Facebook. Basically said I've no chance with Jason, but I think there's 1 in 1 billion chance, so that I'm holding out that one that Jason will find me. They had the quiz night. People were winning prizes. There was prizes at said event. That doesn't sound like a works do to me, right? And then the other one they were all doing there, and they were all having cheese and wine, right? Cheese and wine was the next one, the cheese and wine party. And then the next one was the absolute kicker was the suitcase full of wine for the co-op. Right, that's like a 7-Eleven over in America, you know. The Prime Minister, it was like the co-op's wine, right? Co-op's wine. And then they all got blazing, and the kids' play set in the back garden with the swings. Somebody was on it and broke it. Somebody was playing on the. That's no a works event. Is that a works event? You can imagine one of them sitting absolutely getting pushed on the wing swing set, wee, wee, like that, absolutely blazing. And we're all keeping our distance, locked up, and all the rest of it, and doing what we were told. And that's what's happening down in 10 Downing Street. How can they say that's a works night, a work? I was going to say works night out. Aye, it's a works night out, all right, but that's not a business meeting. You know, that's just not a business meeting. Celia, see, this is it. They think that they're above the law. It's like the Novak Djokovic thing, right? They become so famous and well known that they think they can do whatever they like. The rules don't apply to them. Do you know who else it's like? It's like old Andrew. Andrew must be sweating right now. Andrew will be sweating buckets right now. You know, they think they can do whatever they like, and they're above the law. But as I said, a great saying is, what happens in the darkness always comes to light. I love that saying, I do. Thank you, Em. Hit the wee thumbs up. That'd be appreciated, because I did get a jag. I've had a jag today. Oh, you like James McAvoy? So does my cousin, my cousin Vicky that was on Saturday. She loves him. James McAvoy. Oh, it's Jason for me. Jason. Do you know somebody said, I can't remember whose thing. Somebody said that Jason was greasy. I don't think he's greasy. And anyway, I'd grease the man up. I'd grease him up. I'd make him more greasy. There you are. And cut his hair. Don't cut his beautiful locks. He's like a majestic god or something. He should be the king of the ocean. That's what he is, Aquaman after all. I'm trying to think what he's in, James McAvoy? That just shows you. Is he in the X-Men? I think he is. I think he's in the... See, I love the X-Men. I do love the X-Men. Kate Blanchett. See, I look, there's a lot. I like Julia Roberts, and do you know who else I like? Oh God, what's her name? Miss Congeniality. Who was that? Sandra Bullock. Oh, I love her as well. Oh, Sky. See, as you get older, the more people that you know, like famous people, are die. Do you know who done it for me recently? Poor Betty White. Betty White for the Golden Girls. I'm a huge Golden Girls fan. I've watched every episode more than once. Absolutely love them. And Betty White was just, although she was old, she was still dead young at heart. Do you know what I mean? She was still swearing and still doing naughty stuff and things. I just, in fact, she did a wee interview with Jason Momoa. She was sitting. I think she was doing all that to him as well. Oh God, and she was 100 years old. She'd have been just a couple of days ago. She died on New Year's Eve. She almost made it to 100. But everybody says it just shows you how wonderful a person when people are saying she died too young. Do you know what I mean? She was nearly 100 and everybody's still like, she died too young, Betty White. I love her. I've not Sweet Primrose, but I will. If it ends with Sandra Bullock in it, I'll be watching it. Julia Roberts and Pretty Woman. Oh God, I loved that film. I don't know many times I watched that film. I loved it. Sky. A lot of them die way too young. Some of them are that pass away. I know, Rose. Everybody was like, I couldn't believe it, that because I was thinking, oh my God, she's going to get to her 100th birthday. And then all the wee pictures of her meeting the rest of them, B. Arthur and all that, Rue, in heaven, they all meet again. They're all having cheesecake. Because if you've watched the Golden Girls, they always had their cheesecake. I loved, and see their clothes. I'm obsessed. They always wore the most beautiful clothes. Beautiful clothes. I was obsessed looking at and their house. I would have loved a house like that. With all the wicker furniture and the lanai. That's like a wee patio, but they always called it the lanai. We'll have cheesecake out in the lanai. Oh. I'm glad that she went peacefully and everything like that, so that I'm glad of that. Wanted. I don't think I've seen that one. I don't think I've seen that one. I loved her in Miss Congeniality. That's my favourite one, where I thought she was badass in that, because she was an undercover cop. See, police again. See me in the police. See, and I think I'm like, God, that's a police film, isn't it? And things start making sense. Oh, he's got bald head, right? Okay. Richard Madden. I don't know. I don't think I know him. Golfer girl. Oh, she's just beautiful. She's just beautiful. Next week, our date is. So, Sky, you need to let me know what you're wearing and stuff, or show me what you're going to be wearing and things like that, because I'll need to see what you're wearing. Do you know who, when I was a wee girl, was my absolute favourite? Doris Day. Doris Day. Calamity Jane was my most, and even now I love Calamity Jane. I just flew in from the Windy City. The Windy City is mighty pretty, but they ain't got what we got. No siree. I love it. Love it. I loved that movie, Calamity Jane. And that's how, see, I was confused as a child, right? Because there she was, dressed as a boy kind of thing, but a girl, and I fancied her, and I was like, what's going on with my feelings? Why have I got these feelings? Do you know what I mean? It was her I fancied, no, the gentleman. I was like, oh, Calamity Jane. She could come into my windy city any day. Bonnie, good morning, Bonnie. Thank you for coming in. Me too. Me too. Do you know? I can't wait to get my new tree up. I'm already planning the decorations for the new tree. But as I say, I'm on the Facebook pages, Christmas ones, and we look at Christmas trees and decorations all year round. Sam is on a channel called Law and Crime. Oh, you need to see it. You need to see it. Honestly, see if you like trials and stuff like that. Is like, oh, see, listen to the opening arguments first of all, and that'll give you the gist of what's going to be going on in the trial. Usually, I like to watch the trials with an open mind. Like, I always go in with an open mind, right? That the person's innocent until proven guilty, right? That's the way I've always done it. And put feelings aside and just to listen to the evidence and stuff like that, because I like to do that. See, after opening argument, I was like, the guy's guilty, just put him in jail now. You've convinced me beyond a reasonable doubt. I've turned into a wee bit of a lawyer. I'm like, objection there, objection. I know, and we've not had any snow, and I don't know if you can see, but look out my window, the sun is blasting in. I've had to close my blinds because I'll be blinded. Where's my snow this year? We've had no snow. It snowed, but it didn't really lie. Saying that last year we had snow right up till May. I've actually wrote it in one of my diaries that we've never had. I don't know what they're barking at. Oh shit. And we've got an unboxing to do. We've got a wee unboxing to do here. It was the postman, so the dogs were going to kill him. Yeah, that was Mikey. Right, story time. You know I love MAC lipsticks. That's my most favourite lipsticks. Well, I've got the red palette, right, the lipstick palette. I've got the red one and I've got the oranges. But I always wanted the pinks, but I'm talking like 3 years they have not had this in. So I seen the other day they had it in. So I've managed to get it. So let's have a look at this. I'll be using this on Saturday. Oh, I've got a wee free sample also. Right. There's my wee free sample. It's the fixing spray. Let's try it. MAC lipstick smells excellent. It's my most favourite. Smells nice and fresh. Ah, Rob Stark. Yeah, I know him now. Golfer girl. God, I loved Game of Thrones. No, Jason was in it. Game of Thrones was great. Yeah, let's see this palette. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. So this is the pinks. I'm excited with these bright ones here, but the other ones look great too. See, I could sit and smell it forever. Let's have a wee look at this one. Right, you can't really see it, but I will have it nice on Saturday. But this is the pinks anyway. I'm so happy I've got it. Right, what's the names of them? Pretty Please, Love Lauren, Show Orchid, and I don't know. I'll need to look them up. I can't really say that with these glasses. Pretty Please, Please Me. Alright, Pretty Please and Please Me. Then Love Lorne and Creme de la Femme. Creme de la Femme. Then Show Orchid and Violetta. So that's the Violetta and the Show Orchid. They're my favourites, but they're nice for everyday use, so I'm glad I got that. So that's me get that now. I like a bit of that. Do you know what I like? I like watching Braveheart. That's a great scene. I think I've paused that a million times, that scene in Braveheart where they lift up their kilty cold bums and slap them. I'm like, what? That, you know they could do that. There's, I mean, I'm speechless. Sweet Primrose, that's why I love them. Well, I like them because they're good as well, but I absolutely love the smell of MAC lipsticks. So that's me get the 3 palettes that I wanted. They've only got another 2. They've got the nudes. I probably would never wear the nudes. And I think the burgundies, but they're a bit dark for me. So that's me get the 3 that I wanted. But they've not had this in, I said, for about 4 years or something. I've been looking for this palette. So when I seen it, I was like, well, get it before it sells out again. Prep and Prime Fixing Spray. I probably wouldn't buy the size because it is a bit pricey, but it does smell nice and fresh. It's like floral. See if Makeup Revolution ever take me up on my offer to do a makeup palette, it's going to smell of blueberries. I'm going to have a blueberry palette. I'm thinking I'm going to do it one day. One day it's going to happen, a blueberry palette. And see all the shades will be like Naked Lady, Riddle Man. I mean, but that's what I'm going to have. I'm going to have little berries. I'm going to have using it as well. We need to think about what else, flavourings. But you know, that's what the shades are going to be called. Stuff like that. Mr. Mikey and Bobby. See, years ago I didn't have much makeup, as I said. I had like an eyeshadow quad, a eyeliner and a mascara, something like that. But now, see, on a Saturday, I love sitting in there. What I do, see, before I do my makeup video, I sit in there and I'm usually watching, what's it, Live on Patrol, right? And it's police officers that go about Minneapolis, I apologise, they're going about somewhere in America. And I've watched them, and it's great fun watching them and they go to places. Yes, Square Sausage. A pew, pew, pew. One of these she'd look up her finger. Do you know, but we'll need to do that. What is it my wee pal uses? Oh God. Is it Clinique? Clinique, I think it's Clinique. And all their makeup is like fragrance free and stuff like that. She says that, see, even like a normal mascara, see, even if she doesn't touch her eye, but even if she puts it up to her eye like that, her eye starts watering. So it does, and that's the only makeup that she can use because it's scent free and stuff. Oh, yeah, Officer Bob would be a good nude shade, eh? Oh, Officer Bob. Can you believe he still not took me up on my offer? What's going on with Officer Bob? Officer Bob, hurry up. You're going to miss out if you don't hit me up soon. Oh, scented nail polish. Do you know, actually, I got a wee fright one time. This is true. And it was the first time I had went to Kennedy Space Centre, right? And, you know, and I was in the shop. I got a NASA jacket, not that one, a different one. I got a NASA jacket and I got some glow-in-the-dark nail polish, right? I'd never had glow-in-the-dark nail polish. But I'd put it on in the bus and it wasn't really that glowy, right? But I was like, is that a nice shade and stuff like that? Look at that, it's lovely. And then I went to bed and I woke up and my hand was there and all I could see was greeny luminous glowing. Oh, I thought the aliens had found me. I got a wee fright for a minute. Sparkling with style. Good morning to you. Oh, it's chill. It was really chilly here this morning, but the sun's got this. Look, the sun is belting. Yeah, Emma, I still wonder to this day if that man's still lurking. Oh, have I not turned you round? I still wonder if that guy's lurking. I wonder if somebody MD reported him to the police. That's a bit dodgy. That was a wee bit dodgy. There's a guy up there hanging about in the. Aye. Can you remember his riddle? Can you remember the guy's riddle? Right, I'll tell you the riddle man that come out the bushes to us. He says, there was 10 crows on a farmer's fence, right? And the farmer had a gun, right? See, at that point, I think Mike's husband thought this guy's going to pull out a gun, right? But so the farmer shot one of the crows. How many were left? And the ex-husband just went, what? And he went, none, because they all flew away with the sound of the gun. And Mike's husband went, right. And then he turned about and went back into the bushes. What's it? The kind of crazy stuff that happens to us. Well, it's me. I'm the instigator. You know, stuff happens to me all the time. Meantime, I'm doing the hill crying, oh my God, he's getting murdered up there. He's getting murdered off the Riddler. Yeah, Saturday flavourings, we could have a shade called that. See, listen, the Makeup River, I don't know how many times I've wrote to them now. I keep writing to them and I keep getting the same response, but I'll still keep doing it. I do it every couple of months, just so that, listen, remember me now, remember me. I don't think there's another YouTuber on here that has dedicated so many hours to their products. And look, I'm even getting their hair colour in. I've got the... Oh, talking about their hair colour. Guess what I've got coming? I've got new hair colour coming. Because I put the purple... See, this is just conditioner. This isn't hair. It's like conditioner. So I put the purple in my hair last night. Right? But I've got peach coming and rose coloured coming. I'm going to be like peach or rosy. That's what I'm going to be like. Maybe I'll get some luck in the dating. Phoenix, we should start something. Come on, Makeup Revolution. Watch my videos. I've got their perfume, their hair dye, their makeup. And listen, see if their makeup was rubbish. I wouldn't be bothered. But I love their... well, you think you know that with the amount of stuff I've got. But I love their makeup. Their makeup's really, really good. Look, I've got wee sun thingies on my window. Look, they're making me patterns. See that? Isn't that cute? Some things just catch my eye while I'm talking. Yeah, peach sky. So I'm going to be peach or rose. But I'll show you that. I get it tomorrow. It's getting delivered tomorrow. So I'll show you that tomorrow. And as I say, it's just conditioner. So it's not like hair dye, but it's really, really good. I like it. But I was kind of grey looking yesterday. I didn't like the colour of grey hair. I don't suit grey. I know I'm going to be a granny and all that, but no. Sweet primrose. See if I did palettes for everybody. Palette for you and a palette for you. Palettes galore. Oh, Phoenix, you should try it. As I say, well, I've showed it before. It's just wee bottles and it's just conditioner and it smells so good as well. It's got a lovely, lovely smell. And you don't put it on your wet hair. You put it on your dry hair. Just put it in like that. And just leave it on for a wee while and then just rinse it off. And it lasts a good few washes, so it does. So I'm happy doing that with my hair, so it's not like bleach. It's not getting like hair dye, it's just getting nice conditioner on it. See, I've got my heating on. It is really, although the sun's out, it's dead chilly. But see, when I was going down to the doctors, oh my God. See, the sunshine, no, that ends up giving me a migraine. The sun's dead low now in the sky. And I'm that wee in the car, right? So I'm trying to use the visor like that to try and see, and I've got my sunglasses on, and the sun is absolutely blinding you. Yeah, what bungle? Now, Officer Bob knows. I did say, I swear to God, I said that to the officer. I said, it's the bungalow of love, don't you know? Come by on a Saturday. Saturday's a good day to get me. 'Cause the boy's away. When the son's away, the mum can play. The boy, I says, and do you know the young officer went, "Don't come a knocking if the bungalows are rocking." I was like, "I like your thinking, pal. I like you to hear it, Officer Bob." Even he's saying it's a good idea. It's a good idea. Anyway, look how long I've been on. I've been on a while today, but I just wanted to talk to you a wee bit more today. Sometimes I just, I'm a wee blather. I like to talk. But I'll be watching my trial this afternoon. If you don't know, if you are interested, it's called Law and Crime, the channel that I go on. Yeah, Bunny, I'm the same. I'm just under 5 foot. I like, see if anybody asks me, I say I'm 5 foot, but I'm not really. I'm just under it. So it's a wee person thing. And even supermarkets, I've got to, excuse me, can you get that for the top shelf? I can't reach things. So I don't know what was it. But anyway, I'll be back tomorrow, and I hope you all have a lovely, lovely day. And I'm going to give you a big kiss from my, what's this colour again? Violeta. Right, I've not got much of it on, but I'll be putting it on yet on Saturday. So I'm going to give you a big kiss now and have a wonderful day, and I'll be back to see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.